Hello, welcome back to my channel, Thrifty Day. My name is Leah. I'm the creator behind Thrifty Day. Today's episode is going to be a complete and chatty flip through of a journal that I was working on for about 4 or 5 months. Now, I started this journal last year in November and I finished it earlier this month. I just haven't even had one moment to film a flip through. So I wanted to go ahead and share it with you now. Every time I complete a journal, I think about what I loved about the journal or even challenges that came with the journal. And something I really loved about this journal was the size. Yes, obviously it's very chunky. I do love the hidden spine or the hidden signature sort of design, but I love that it was taller and a little bit thinner than what I'm used to working with. That made it especially fun to create in. And I also like that I was in it a little less time than my average journals that are much bigger. I don't know about you, but I tend to get bored very quickly. So something I learned from this journal was that I really truly do appreciate a little bit smaller journal. I'm usually in a journal for about 6 months, and I think I was in this journal more like 4 months. And I think that was just the perfect time. So this book was given to me as a gift from my dear friend Diane. So thank you, Diane. And I upcycled it into a journal. So let's go ahead and get started. This is my first page. I didn't do a lot to it. I just added some of these really pretty stickers. I just got these stickers on Amazon. If you're on my Patreon, you saw me do like an unboxing, and I just liked that they were sort of textured. This was from my planner that I actually also coincidentally just finished, and I recently started a new planner, so all of the packaging from that is in my new journal. And I think that was just a sticker from a random book I purchased, and a sweet little cut apart from some Snow White ephemera that I had. And this was actually just sort of a vision board page. It was a journal that I made, and I had a copy of the actual image that I used on the cover. And so I just saved bits and pieces because I really love that journal and put it in my own journal. And this is just some journaling, and this says, books are uniquely portable magic. And I think that came out of a book that I had purchased. And then there's just some other journaling goodies, and I guess just a scrap piece of paper. And this L was actually sent to me in some Happy Mail. This was sort of around Christmas time, and this was actually just a funny gift I had given to my daughter's boyfriend, Miguel, and they actually saved the packaging and brought it back, which made me laugh. And then this is some scraps of vintage fabric behind it, and just more packaging. As you know, I'm a big saver of all this sort of packaging, and now I even have an all trash journal, so it's kind of more evenly distributed, and I think that's really fun. I loved this page that I had actually sewn into the original journal. I didn't want to lose that image, and so I went ahead and just folded it over, and I made a pocket. I feel like something's in there, and I can't get it out, but oh well. This was actually a card I had received, a Christmas card, and some other goodies, and Lizzie and I opened some doorables, so I just saved that packaging. This was a clear page that I made, and I just added some random photos I had. Our dear friend Diego, this is one of my favorite pictures of me and Lizzie on the beach, the first time she ever went to the beach. She was younger than one there. This was at Bob Baker Day. I love this picture of my kiddos. And this was at, we actually didn't go to Splitsville. I don't know why it's in front of Splitsville. It was actually for Lizzie's birthday, and we went to Tortilla Joe's. So just more little stuff I randomly stuck in here. And this was a card from my sister, and then just some more notes. And I had made that into a pocket. That was just some wrapping paper. This was some notes and whatnot that Abby did in school, and she did this little sketch or trace or whatever. So she asked if I wanted that, and I said, of course, and I just stuck it in my journal. Some more Bath & Body Works. If you know me, you know I am obsessed with Bath & Body Works, and so I saved some of the samples and our receipt. This was just a fun play around page. I love Snow White. She's one of my favorite princesses, and I think it's because she had black hair, so I saw her black hair, and I had black hair when I was little, so I immediately loved her. And my mom loved her, I think, for the same reason. So this is a vintage Snow White pressed penny, And then I stuck some goodies. This was a picture from D23. I went with Diego. It was the original Snow White costume in Disneyland. And so I just stuck some goodies all around because that was a really fun memory. And how cute is this little McDonald's packaging? That came in like the Happy Meal, I think. I just stuck some other receipts in there. Like, I think Abby gave me her receipts from like a locker when she went to Disneyland with her friends. And, but I made it into a pocket because I thought that was the cutest thing I'd ever seen. And then again, another piece that was actually sewn into the journal. I didn't want to lose it. I absolutely love it. This is a page, I wrote memories, and it's just sort of about my mom. It was her birthday. I get very nostalgic. She passed away over 20 years ago, and, you know, it's something I still struggle with, if I'm being very honest. Those milestones, when my children have birthdays, you know, my daughter has graduated from college. She's about to graduate also with her master's. My sister graduated with her master's degree. My youngest daughter is about to graduate from high school. These are very hard times still. And you think after 2 decades, you kind of can move on, but it's hard. And so this was just a page about my mom. So I kind of tried to put all the things that were very important to her. Cats. She loved cats. Her faith was very important to her. She loved Disneyland. We'd always go there as a family. And I actually got this beautiful textured postcard at D23 when I was there with my friend, Diego. This was a vintage cat brooch. And actually, the person who gave me the book, Diane, also gave me this cat brooch, I believe. So that was sweet. And this is actually a picture of my mom and me and my sister at Disneyland. And so it just talks about my mom on the back. And then this is a picture of me and my kids at Disneyland. Hannah did not want to get the picture, so I guess I should have put an extra picture of her in here. But Hannah hates pictures. And you know what? I validate her. I don't love pictures either. And then this is just from a Small World book, and I made a little pocket, stuck those in. This was sent to me in some Happy Mail. It was a vintage postcard, and I just wanted to save that. And then I stuck my journaling and some other goodies in here. December 31st is my mom's birthday, and so I just put the stamp on this card that was probably going to go in the trash, and I didn't want it to, so that's some vintage wrapping paper. So this was just sort of an ode to my mom. This was a page made from some Happy Mail, and so I also added just some things that sort of made me happy, and I also used a lot of your creative studio on this page. These are, this is my grand dog. This is my daughter and her boyfriend Miguel, and this is their dog Winnie. You'll see a lot of Winnie always throughout my journals because she is just the cutest, funniest little dog you've ever met. I have all old dogs. All my dogs are seniors. Even though my Ellie seems quite young, she's still like pushing 8 or 9, so I guess she's technically considered senior. But my other dogs are really old and super seniors, and Winnie is only going on 2, so she's like the puppy of the house. This beautiful handkerchief was sent to me in some Happy Mail, so I just pinned it right onto the page, and that was a swatch that was also sent to me in some Happy Mail. I just wanted to remember that a lot of these pieces were from your creative studio, so I stuck. This postcard is from Painty Hands. I am actually on her Patreon, and I am on her like pen pal mail tier, so I do get mail from her every month, and I absolutely love this one. So I will link her information down below if you want to join her Patreon, because she does some really cool stuff, and she's a beautiful artist, as you can tell. So I just stuck that in there. And there were just some other memories here. There's Hannah in picture. She loves Halloween, so she was happy to take that picture. And Lizzie in her Winnie outfit. Her dog's name is Winnie. And then this is Abby doing what she does best. She is a photographer, so in high school she does a lot of the photography for the football games and Friday night lights. So that's very exciting. This page was a creative layout and one I was excited to do. I won't go into it because I believe I have a whole video on this page here on YouTube. I will be sure to link it. But it was inspired by Dara Tucker, who is a creator I follow on TikTok and on Instagram. And it is all about the Wizard of Oz and the Wicked Witch of the West. And if you know me, you know I love the Wizard of Oz. And so my kids have always loved Wizard of Oz. There's little tiny Lizzie dressed like Elphaba. We love Wicked, we love Wizard of Oz, and I was actually lucky enough to go with Abby when she was younger and a child actress into the vaults of the Wizard of Oz. We saw the original footage. Abby, you got to learn all about the remaster of the movie, And so Wizard of Oz is very special to my family. And I was sent these lovely stamps. This is just some other vintage stuff, and that was a fun page to make. I think this was the first layout I did in this journal, if I'm not mistaken. And it was on some happy mail that was sent to me. So I did some journaling, and I saved the beautiful postcard. I love this fabric. Jackie actually sent all of these beautiful pieces to me, so I wanted to use it and make a page. And this was just some election stuff that I glued on the back, and I purchased this pendant at a yard sale, and my I voted sticker. So as you can see, sometimes there isn't a lot of rhyme or reason to, oh, how cute is that, to my journaling. A lot of times I'm just sticking things in because I don't really want them to go in the trash. So that pocket just has a lot of odds and ends. Levels is one of my favorite record stores. It's in Uptown Whittier. I used to shop there when I was a teenager, and now my kids shop there as teenagers and young adults, so it's really cool. This was just my birthday layout, so there were some fun things that my daughters had given me, so I printed them out. And my daughter actually gave me the calendar day from my actual birthday as well, January 3rd. And I put this vintage happy birthday napkin on there too. This is more birthday stuff. I had such a fun birthday. Abby made me this collage. It's actually bigger, but I scanned it so I could put it into my journal. We went to La Monarca. We went to Calaveras. We did a whole bunch of fun stuff. We went to Barnes & Noble. We just had the best day ever. And Abby bought me this shirt. It doesn't have lines on it. My printer just was down. So that was my birthday layout. It was so much fun. There's still more birthday. Oh my gosh, I just went crazy on my birthday. It was so fun. This was my drink. It was incredible. Us at the restaurant. My dad sent me this cute picture on my phone, so I printed it out, and it was cute. Us in the snow on a sled. And another one of those clowns. If you know me, you know I love vintage clowns. The cute clowns, not creepy clowns. I love cute vintage clowns. So happy to put that on there. This was just another creative layout. I think this was a really fun journal for me to just play in. Lots of vintage pieces. This was sent to me in some happy mail. And it's also sort of like a reflection on one of my past Patreons. I sent out some vintage things, these little vintage dolls, and that was really fun. I don't think I did anything to this page, so we'll just skip it. I love this picture. I love Pretty in Pink. I love Ducky, but I also love Blaine. I am a woman torn. Everyone's like, Team Ducky, Team Blaine. I'm like, I don't know. I'll take both of them. I'm good. And this card actually was from my friend Diane, who actually, again, gave me the book to make this journal. So she is just such a good friend. I just love Diane. I feel so lucky to have her in my life. And then this was Abby's favorite drink before school, so I saved that little Panera mug holder. What is it? Paper cup holder? And these were just some things I got from some fabric I purchased. So this is lots more odds and ends. This was Abby's Bible. She had purchased a pink Bible, so I cut that out of the packaging and I just stapled it on there. And I got this at D23, and that is a vintage. Can you see? That's a vintage stamp of Walt Disney, and it was on an envelope. I think I found it like a thrift store or a yard sale or something, and so I stuck it on there. And this is just random. I didn't really have a lot to do here, so it was some Barnes & Noble stuff, stickers, D23 stuff. There's those sticker name tags for me and Diego, and that was really fun. This is just some journaling. More Patreon stuff. I find a lot of times I just sort of stick things in here that I have left over from Patreon, and that's really fun. And this was just a tag from an estate sale that I went to. And this is some Christmas stuff. I went to Disneyland with Abby, and that was really fun. It's just some journaling and a card. And then I found, this is actually a picture of Abby. And I'd actually found this vintage honor roll pin at a yard sale. And so I thought it was appropriate to put on there because she was on the honor roll. And she's just amazing. So there's just some tags and things like that. I do add Christmas throughout my journals, but not a lot because I always do a Christmas journal as well. I do a December daily. I love it. I think it's fun. I know a lot of people feel like very pressured by December dailies because it's like every day. But mine are like so low maintenance. So my daughter had gone to winter camp and she loved it. How cute is she there? And so she gave me her tag and her little wristband she had to wear. And I loved that little bird sticker. So it was an ode to winter camp. This is more mail from Painty Hands. I love her mail, and I put it on this cute little clip. And this was just something I got and something I probably ordered from Etsy. And these were some fabric swatches. Again, Patreon, these were some journals I made out of some very vintage 70s fabric. It was one of my favorite months, actually. So if you received one of these journals on Patreon, raise your hand. Let me know if you liked it. I want to do something very similar to that again in the new year because that was absolutely my favorite month. We were cleaning out the garage and came across some of like Lizzie's sorority things from college, and I was just stapling them on here, so that was fun. Again, just another real creative page. I didn't do a lot to it. I just added things, and that was sent to me in some happy mail. I thought that looked like my husband when he was little, so I stuck it in there. So cute. Okay, see, cute. Oh, nothing there. Cute, happy clowns. I know a lot of you, I get a lot of grief for liking clowns. I love clowns. You will never tell me that clowns aren't adorable. This is so cute. Tell me that with this little umbrella. It's so bright. And this little pattern. And Bob Baker. Oh, I will never stop liking clowns. So this was just my ode to the clowns page. And I did some journaling in there. This was very fun because this is when Lizzie was able to get Taylor Swift tickets, which seems so long ago. And now if you watch and you follow me over on Instagram and TikTok, you know that they just went to the concert. So this is really fun. But see, you got them. Let the anticipation begin. It was for the Eras Tour. This was a FaceTime. And that's me in the corner going, oh my God. So this was for Abby's birthday. We went to Pots and Walks. It's everyone's favorite restaurant. Diego came. It was just a blast. So that was really fun. That was a good memory. This is just more creative. This is a poem my daughter wrote. I am going to cry, but it's actually about my parents and a story that my dad told my daughter about my mom and how he used to buy her flowers and why it was significant. So, oh my gosh, I'm going to cry. Anyway, Abby wrote that poem, and so I put flowers all around it. Oh, okay, turn in the page. This was inspired by Happy Mail that I sent out for the month of, oh gosh, I don't remember. Why didn't I date this? But it was for Patreon, and I sent out little paper doll dresses on these little hangers. So I just sort of thought it would be fun to show what I was inspired by. I was very inspired by my daughter's dresses when we used to go to Dapper Day a lot. And so that was a really fun month. And if you were on my Patreon and you would like to see another month with these little paper doll dresses, maybe different ones, let me know because I would love to do that. This page, I'm not going to go into detail, but it was very significant in my life. And it was a very difficult memory, I will say that. And so I journaled a lot about it. I saved some pieces from it. But I've sort of let it out in therapy and in my journal. And so I put this wax seal on there because it's in the past and I am happy to move on from it. So that's what I'll say about that, and that's okay. And I hope that you understand the power of journaling. It's so important to be able to leave it on the page and walk away from it sometimes. Life is hard. And that was a particularly hard part in my life this past year. More of these little dresses. I told y'all I was obsessed. It was such a fun month. I loved that month. I got really good feedback on it too. So if y'all would like to see another paper doll month on Patreon, let me know because, oh my gosh, it was so fun. Or I could even do something on Etsy. Leave me your ideas. So there's just a lot of journaling on there. More Painty Hands. I told you, she's just the cutest. Y'all should go in her Patreon. It's so cute. Lots of really fun stuff. I've been a part of her Patreon now for, I think, a year. I should probably bump up my subscription. Maybe I don't know. I have to look at her tiers. I'm excited. I love people's Patreons. I think they're so fun. These are just tags from going thrifting. This is very clearly Valentine's Day. Yes, Valentine's Day. I had so much fun. My family and I love Valentine's Day. It's a real kick. I had made them some special things, and these were just kind of the scraps left over from what I had made for them and how I had packaged their presents. So I just put all the scraps in my journal. So Hannah, Steve, Abby, Lizzie. And so I just journaled about them. And then this is like a vintage photo slide and a little camera that reminds me of Abby and a little ladybug that reminds me of Lizzie. And so that was really fun. And then dogs. Oh, look at this. Is cute. This was sent to me in some happy mail. That's cute, right? And adorable. And then Alice reminds me of Hannah because Alice in Wonderland is her absolute favorite. This is just Barnes & Noble. Lizzie bought me this. Best card ever. And look, she even put, I don't know what she wrote, but she had the dogs all sign it. Isn't that cute? This is sort of like a dog page. This is one of our fosters with the rescue I volunteer at. And my t-shirt actually says, drink water, love dogs, fight racism. So isn't that fun? So that was really cute. And I'm sure there's some stuff in here. Oh, another picture of a dog. This was one of my little fosters. I mean, I just temp fostered. Oh, how cute. Betty White's on the back. We just temp fostered Wicket, but it was still fun. And that's just a little vintage book page. This is a really fun page. It was when my sister came to visit. And so I put like this vintage postcard and I just showed we did Zoltar. We bought presents. We had Mexican food. We celebrated. And these are just some more pictures. My best friends gave me that. It's really fun. We always talk about how we have a book club. Except all we really do is drink. We actually never really read the books. I'm actually hanging out with them today. So I don't know if we're supposed to be doing our book club, but actually we're just going to have margaritas and swim. So I don't know. It's our version of a book club. So it's fun. These are just some of my happiest Disney memories. I love Disneyland. Disneyland has brought so much joy to me throughout the years. With my children, it's this tiny Hannah. I think she's probably 4 years old there. She was so little. That dress was 18 months and she was 4 years old. No lie. All my daughters have worn that dress. That's why I know the size. This is actually Abby. This was her very first photo shoot in collaboration with Disney and Showstoppers. It's a dance thing. This was at the 60th anniversary. These are my kids. Some of my favorite pictures of them at Disneyland and just together. And Lizzie with all those balloons, it's just the cutest. This is a really sweet picture of us. So it was just a really fun page to make. And this is, of course, some vintage out of the little golden book. This was a Disney day I spent with my friends. These are my two best friends. I talk about them all the time. Ashley and Ryan, we went to Disneyland. It was the year of the rabbit. We had the best time. I got one of these 100 years of animation coin, and that was my ticket. So I saved that. And I also bought like a little, what did I buy? It was like one of those little princess, I can't remember the name. They're like little plushies. Anyway, so I bought that and put it there. So that was just a fun page. I actually have a whole nother page because we've already gone again since this trip. We usually go like twice a year together, the three of us. And sometimes we bring our husbands and sometimes we don't. This time we did not bring the husbands, but the last time we went, we did bring the husbands. So the next time I journal, it'll be everyone, which is fun. There's nothing exciting on that page. This was a collaboration with Your Creative Studio. If you know me, you know I love Your Creative Studio. I absolutely love their products. I think they're very high quality, very usable. And this particular box was a book theme. I do have this process video here on YouTube if you were interested in watching. As you can see, there's books. There was books everywhere. They have themed subscription boxes. I highly recommend checking them out. I talked about all of our favorite books in my family, and that was a really fun project. And Hamilton is Hannah's favorite. So that was a really fun layout if you're interested. This is just more birthday stuff, cute birthday texts that people had sent me. It was just really fun. My friend Dave and I always joke about, we always have for decades, about Trent Reznor. My best friend Ashley, Ryan sent this funny one. So just really sweet stuff. My aunt sent me that. Just some journaling. Just random stuff here in the back. And who are these people? I don't know. But this postcard was literally headed for the trash. And so I was like, I don't know what it is. It was at an estate sale. I'm going to put it in the back of my journal. And I did. So that is it. This is the back of my book. Isn't it beautiful? I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you were looking for a flip through of my new journal, which is not so new anymore, I also have that here on YouTube. And so give this video a like. I would really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok and like my page on Facebook. And stay tuned for lots more tutorials. And I hope you have a really great weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for watching.